Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play.
And who could be more at home on the range than the Range Rider? With his thrilling adventures of the great outdoors, his exciting experiences rivaling those of Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone, Buffalo Bill, and other pioneers of this wonderful country of ours. And Dick West, all-American boy.
There it is.
Get that stuff out of there, quick.
Well, well, if it ain't my old prison pal, Bill Martin. Who are you? You don't recognize me with this mask on. But I did my stretch in the pen same time you did yours. Why don't you get smart to yourself, kid? Don't you know you can't make any money on the straight and narrow? Come on over with us where you belong.
Nothing doing. I've been going straight ever since I got out. And that's the way it's gonna stay.
Who are you kidding? Once a crook, always a crook. Look me up when you stop playing Boy Scout. I'll be around.
Come on, hurry it up back there.
Afraid I haven't got much time, Pop. The stage leaves in a couple of minutes.
Oh, confound the stage. I gotta talk to you about them claims. Come on inside. Mr. Harris, I guess you know Mr. Crowder and my niece Carol.
Oh, yes. Glad to see you, Carol.
Hello.
How are you, Harris? Pop, I was just talking to Carol about...
Yes, I know. Trying to get her to talk me into selling out to you. Well, I ain't selling, and that's that. As for you, Mr. Harris, you tell that company of yours to pay off them claims. That's what I'm paying them premiums for.
Pop, you've had so many claims in the last month.
So what? Can I help it if those dad-blasted outlaws keep robbing my line? I'm paying your company to protect me against that.
Pop, now, please don't get so excited.
I'll see what I can do when I get to the county seat. But I don't think the company's going to stand for any more of these lawsuits.
Well, they better.
See you tomorrow when I get back.
And have them claims adjusted. Or they'll hear from me.
Look, Pop, why don't you be practical and accept my offer before you lose everything? With all the men I've got, I'm in a much better position to handle a situation than you are.
Not on your life. I've been running this line ever since Twin Pines was in diapers. And I ain't gonna quit now just because I'm having a little trouble.
But, Pop, don't you understand? A few more losses...
Wait a minute. Say, they're bringing somebody in one of my wagons.
What's the matter, Pop?
I don't know. I'm gonna find it out. Hey, Bill, what happened?
They raided us again, Pop. Buck got it in the shoulder.
Yeah, thanks to you.
What?
Fine assistant you got working for you. An ex-convict.
Maybe you ought to do a little explaining, Buck.
You're darn right I will. I heard one of them outlaws called Martin by name. Said he'd served time in prison with him.
You better get him over to a doctor. All right, Bill, what have you got to say for yourself?
Sure, I served time in prison. So what?
Pop, did you know about this?
Of course I did. Bill told me the whole story when it came to Twin Pines 2 years ago.
And you still hired him, an ex-convict, in an express office?
You're darn right I did. He made a mistake and he paid for it. Since then, he's been leading a decent, honest life. And I'll stake everything I've got on him.
And so will I.
Yeah, the fact still remains he's an ex-convict.
And what does it prove?
It could prove that he's been operating with the gang that's been staging all these holdups.
Let's get him.
Hey, wait a minute, stop all of you.
All right, hold it. I don't like to do this, but it's the only way. They're wrong about me, Pop. I want you to know about that.
Now keep your hands away from your guns, all of you.
Get your horses.
Pop.
Are you sure you don't know how these things come apart?
Sure, I'm sure. Try using a file?
Oh, that'd be cheating.
That come?
You think you're completely hidden, mister? You're wrong.
Yeah, because we can see you. So you better drop your gun.
Who are you?
He's a range rider. And I'm Dick West.
What's all the shooting about?
Those men were trying to kill me.
Why?
Well, that's a long story.
Go ahead. We got lots of time.
Well, looks like he's gone. It's good riddance. You better not show his face in Twin Pines again. Come on.
I saw I wouldn't stand a chance, so I pulled my gun and got out of there.
If you're telling the truth, why wouldn't they give you a chance to defend yourself?
Look, there's no reason for you to believe me, but... Uh-oh. Here they come back.
Okay, Dick, hide him.
Get your horse and put him down that draw.
See a man go by here?
What do he look like?
Had on a blue shirt, blue pants.
What do you want him for?
We're gonna string him up. He's an ex-convict.
Not a trial?
We ain't got time for a trial, mister. We're gonna handle this in our own way.
In that case, I can't help you. Sorry.
Come on.
Sure want to thank you for saving my life.
I just don't like people taking the law into their own hands.
Well, what do you figure on doing?
Thought we'd go into town and have a talk to this Pop Simpson that Bill was telling us about.
Thanks.
You can take my word for it, Range Rider. Everything I told you is gospel.
It certainly is.
Well, it looks like you've got two people on your side, Bill.
I know I'll never be able to repay them.
Oh, you've repaid us plenty already. Now you've got the Range Rider and his young friend Dick here believing you, too.
What's the matter, Pop?
I just want to make sure that Crowder and them other fellas don't come sneaking around here again. You know, they was here before you came in.
Well, all I can say is they sure must want you awful bad. I'd like some more, huh?
Well, help yourself. You know, they're kind of sore on account of an outlaw raising and they're trying to take it out on Bill. They figure just because he made one mistake that he's going to be a criminal for the rest of his life.
Bill deserves another chance, Range Rider. He's earned it.
I'll say he has, and he's going to get it, too, if I got anything to say about it.
I think you're right.
Just the same, I've caused Carol and Pop enough trouble. The best thing I can do for them is to leave town.
Oh, that ain't going to help us any, or you either.
Pop's right, Bill. If you run out now, it's going to make it look like Pop's been wrong about you all along. So the best thing you can do is stay right here and keep out of sight.
All right, you say so.
Good. In the meantime, Dickie and I are going into town to talk to some of these people.
Thanks a lot for the lemonade.
That's all right.
You sure you don't know how these things come apart?
Say, what happened?
Martin got away. Didn't make any difference, though.
Did you hear about Joe recognizing Martin from being in prison with him?
I'll say I did, and so did a lot of other people. Folks in town are pretty well stirred up. They figure Martin's been on these holdups.
So it won't be long before you take over Pop Simpson's stage and express company, huh? Then you'll have just about everything you want in town tied up.
That's just what I intend to do. And after that, we can take anything we want.
And I can hardly wait.
First thing I want you to do, while Pop Simpson's still out at the ranch, I want you to round up the boys and hit the stage depot.
You mean raid it?
That's exactly what I mean. Take anything you can get your hands on.
But, boss, it's broad daylight. What about that sheriff?
Don't you worry about the sheriff. I've got him out chasing Martin.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yes, sir, Al. After you and the boys finish this job, the insurance company will cancel Pop's policy. He'll be out of business, and I'll be in.
They robbed the express office.
There they go, Sheriff.
Hey, they're shooting at us.
All right, you two, put up your hands.
Just take it easy, Sheriff. We're not outlaws.
No, just out for a little ride, huh? That's an old gag, mister. Getting caught and then pretending you're chasing the outlaws. Give me those saddlebags. So suppose you've got a good story for these, too.
Sure. He picked them up when those outlaws dropped them.
I bet he did back at the depot.
Now, wait a minute, Sheriff. I'm the range rider, and this is Dick West.
You're just full of smart ideas, ain't you? All right, boys, get their guns and we'll take them back to town.
You mean you never heard of the Range Rider?
Yeah, and I've heard a little Bo Peep, too.
Just take it easy, Dickie. We can straighten this whole thing out.
You're darn right you will, at the end of a rope. Now get going. Back to town. Howdy, Miss Carroll.
Hello, Sheriff.
You can tell Pop everything's all right now. I just caught a couple of the outlaws he's been after.
But, Sheriff...
But what?
Oh, nothing. I'm glad to see you caught them.
Well, see you later, then.
All right.
You mean the sheriff actually arrested them?
He said there were a couple of outlaws.
A crazy fool.
Bill, where are you going?
Where do you think I'm going? They helped me out of a tight spot, and now I'm going to help them if I can.
But everybody in town is looking for you.
I'll have to take that chance then.
No, Bill, please.
I'm sorry, honey, but I've got to do it. I can't stay here cooped up like a hunted animal when the range rider and Dick are in trouble.
Okay, so you don't look like an outlaw. You're the range rider, though, like you say. What are you doing around here?
Just riding through, and we ran into Bill Martin.
So you believe Bill Martin's story, too, do you?
Doggone rights we do.
As a matter of fact, we were on our way into town to talk to you about Bill when we ran into that stage depot raids.
I ain't never seen the range rider.
I have, Sheriff. And that isn't him.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Crowder?
Absolutely. I met the range rider over a year ago. I certainly would remember him in that length of time, wouldn't I?
And just where was it we met about a year ago, Mr. Crowder?
In Abilene. And I never forget a face.
You're mistaken, mister.
So we met in Abilene.
Come on, you two. Mr. Crowder's words are good enough for me.
Hold it, Sheriff.
Don't Don't anybody move. Everyone seems to be taking the law into their own hands, and I think I'll do the same thing.
Don't be foolish, Martin. You're in enough trouble now.
A little more won't hurt then. Better get your guns, boys.
Let's adjourn to your office, Sheriff.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Now I know you're not the range rider. You'll pay for this, you...
My horse is around the corner.
This ought to be safe. Thanks for helping us out of a spot. Of course, you know this makes an awful lot more trouble for you.
You can say that again.
I heard what they said, and I didn't want to see you locked up.
Oh, they couldn't have held us very long.
Bill, what do you know about this man Crowder? You kidding? He practically owns everything in town. Been trying to buy Pop out for years. Why? Aside from seeing him the day we met you, I've never met him. But I never forget a face.
Think maybe he's our man?
Maybe. You'll have a tough time proving anything against him. Don't be too sure, Bill. Big ones fall just as easily as little ones.
I can't understand Bill doing a thing like that. Are you sure it wasn't the range rider?
Positive. In fact, I think all three of them are working together.
Well, I don't know about that. Oh, hello, Mr. Harris. When did you get back in town?
About an hour ago.
Did you get them claims adjusted?
Luckily, yes, but they told me to tell you that as of today, they're canceling your policy.
What? Why, they can't do that. I got a shipment coming in tomorrow morning. You know that new printing press you ordered from the county seat.
Wait a minute. That's worth a lot of money.
Why, they can't cancel me out like this. After all the premiums I've paid. Why, if anything happens to this shipment, it'll take everything I've got to pay off that claim.
Sorry, but I've got my orders, Pop.
Bye, Mr. Harris. Pop. You should have taken my offer.
Huh?
Pop, believe me when I tell you I hope nothing happens. For your sake.
Yeah. I tell you, I don't know what to think. Crowder says you ain't the range rider, and you say you are. Now you're trying to tell me that Crowder's a crook.
I know it's confusing, Pop, but I think it'll pay you dividends if you'll listen to me for a couple of minutes.
Well, if the insurance is canceled, if anything happens to the Crowder shipment, I'll be out of business, so I might as well listen to you. What is it?
I'm going to have Bill bring the express in tomorrow.
What?
I know it's dangerous, but Bill's willing to take a chance if you are. You bet your boots I am. I'll do anything to prove they're wrong about me. Where's the nearest relay station where the express makes a stop?
Red Rock Junction. That's about 15 miles from town. It's due there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But Dick, you and Bill bring the horses around the side of the house. Right.
But I still don't get it.
You will. Now, as soon as we leave, I want you to go to Crowder. Tell him not to worry about his shipment. Tell him that you're bringing it in over the South Road instead of the regular route.
What good is that going to do?
Crowder will be the only man in town that knows of the change of plans. Now, if there is an attack, we'll know how they found out.
But he ain't going to attack his own shipment.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure. Maybe he thinks that that's what everyone else figures. So he can raid his own shipment, hide it, and still collect damages from you.
By golly, you're right at that.
Well, let's hope so. You hid the horses?
Yeah.
I sure hope I know the driver. Pop's had a hard time getting men to ride this route from the county seat.
Hey, here she comes.
Recognize them, Bill? They're new men. Okay, Dick, you know what to do.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Station attendant's got some hot coffee in there. If you'd like some, I'll take care of the horses for you.
Thanks a lot. Come on, Ed.
Let's go.
This is what we're waiting for.
Sure is.
Stupid fool, why'd you leave him back here?
So we could shoot them when they show up. Sheriff still thinks they're the outlaws, don't he?
Get the sheriff.
Help! Help!
Maybe I lost him.
Now we'll keep your eyes open.
Thanks, Dickie.
You all right?
Sure, thanks to you.
I don't get it. First Bill here comes driving the express in, and now this. Somebody better start explaining and fast.
I'm sure these two gentlemen would be glad to give you an explanation, Sheriff.
Still claim you're the range rider, do you?
Oh, no, not again. Now, look, Sheriff.
Range rider. Well, if you're not a sight for sore eyes.
Mr. Harris, sure good to see you again. You too, Pop.
You all right?
Sure.
Well, what do you know? So you really are the range rider.
What's he talking about, Pop?
Well, there's a little misunderstanding. I think it's all cleared up now.
Boys, I can't thank you enough.
Here, you mind if I try? There, magic.
Oh, no.